You're lying in bed right now. Your thoughts are drifting. A conversation you never had plays in your head. A shape flashes behind your eyelids. It isn't really there. Wait, are you thinking or are you dreaming? You don't know. Then you're asleep, and you don't remember any of it happening. Here's the part that should genuinely unsettle you. That drifting, foggy window right before sleep isn't empty. It isn't a gap. It's one of the strangest, most active states your brain ever enters. Scientists mostly ignored it for decades. It has a name, hypnagogia, and it happens to you every single night, whether you notice it or not. So what's actually happening in your skull during those final minutes? Your brain doesn't switch off like a light. It powers down in stages, and the transition is messier than you'd think. Your logical thinking loosens its grip first. The part of you that filters reality from imagination starts to quiet down. But your sensory systems, your imagery generating systems, they don't shut off at the same time. For a brief window, they run with almost no supervision. That's when the strange stuff starts. You might see colors with no source, patterns that aren't real. You might hear your name called in an empty room. You might feel like you're falling. Your whole body jerks awake. This is called a hypnic jerk. It happens to nearly everyone. Researchers believe your brain briefly misreads the muscle relaxation of falling asleep as an actual physical fall. It triggers a reflex to catch yourself. Your brain isn't malfunctioning. It's misreading a real signal at the exact moment its filters go offline. But why does any of this happen at all? Wouldn't a clean switch from awake to asleep make more sense? The neurologist Isabel Arnolf has spent years studying this exact transition. Her research shows this in-between period isn't a flaw. It's a genuine third state of consciousness. Distinct from wakefulness, distinct from sleep, with its own patterns of brain activity entirely. You're not failing to fall asleep properly. You're passing through a state with its own rules, its own logic, and apparently its own purpose. That purpose might be more useful than you'd expect. In 2021, a research team led by Delphine Oudiette ran an experiment that sounds almost too strange to be real. Participants solved a math problem with a hidden shortcut buried inside it. Then they were told to relax, to drift toward sleep, while holding a spoon over the edge of the bed. Here's the trick. The moment they fell asleep deeply enough, their hand would relax. The spoon would drop. The sound would wake them up. Researchers could catch people at the exact edge of hypnagogia again and again, without ever letting them slip into deep sleep. The result? People who spent time in that hovering, half-conscious state were far more likely to find the hidden shortcut afterward, compared to people who stayed fully awake. Compared to people who fell into deeper sleep. Hypnagogia wasn't just strange fog, it was actively helping people make connections their logical, fully awake mind couldn't quite reach. This wasn't new either. Thomas Edison reportedly napped in a chair holding metal balls over a metal tray. The moment he drifted too deep, the clatter woke him. Right at the edge of hypnagogia. Right when strange, half-formed ideas were most likely to surface. Modern researchers have taken this even further. The MIT researcher Adam Horowitz helped build a wearable device. It detects the exact biological signs of entering hypnagogia. Then it gently prompts you with a word, right as you slip into it. The responses people gave during this state? Noticeably more imaginative, more associative, less constrained by conventional logic than their answers while fully awake. Think about what that actually means. For a few brief minutes almost every night, your brain loosens the normal rules of logical thought. Distant ideas connect in ways your fully awake mind would filter out as irrelevant, as strange, as nonsense. You're not wasting that time by drifting off. Your brain might be doing some of its most unusual, least constrained thinking of your entire day, but there's a reason you don't remember any of it. As you slide deeper into actual sleep, your memory recording systems start shutting down right alongside your awareness. The vivid, strange, sometimes beautiful images of hypnagogia almost never make it into long-term memory. The machinery needed to store them is already powering off. you experience something remarkable almost every night. Then it vanishes completely, the same way a dream evaporates within seconds of waking up. This is why so many people are shocked to learn hypnagogia happens to them at all. It's not rare, it's just forgotten, instantly and completely as a normal part of the process. So what should you actually take from this? Falling asleep isn't the boring shutdown most people assume. It's active, it's strange. Occasionally, it's genuinely productive. Your brain enters this state every single night, whether or not you're paying attention. Somewhere in those final minutes before sleep, disconnected ideas quietly recombine. Sensory systems briefly run unsupervised. Your mind operates by different rules than it does while you're awake. Tonight, when your thoughts start drifting somewhere strange right before sleep, you'll know exactly what's happening. You're not losing focus. You're not failing to fall asleep properly. You're passing through one of the strangest, most quietly productive states your brain visits every single day. And you'll forget almost all of it within seconds of waking up. You're lying in bed right now, and your thoughts are starting to drift somewhere strange, but this time, you understand exactly why that's happening and exactly why you won't remember it tomorrow.